Caner Universe, it's Caner Tip Tuesday, and today, if you don't have this one Caner skill, you're going to get clobbered. But before we jump into that, a warm welcome to those of you who are here for the first time, as well as those who are faithful followers of the Cane Fist Way. A couple things you want to do before we jump into this, and that is, if you like the content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon so that you don't miss any future content, and avail yourself. You have 2 free resources I tell you every week about the cane. It's a no-cost cane clarity call. Now, if you're serious about the cane, getting cane trained, if you're brand new to this and you don't even know if you're serious about it yet, this is what you want to do, because you want to ask the right questions. Sometimes you don't even know what questions to ask, but you're new to this thing, you don't know about the canes. More importantly, you don't know about cane training. How can it happen where you are? All those things. Get it right from the onset. You do that by texting the letter CCC for Cane Clarity Call to 305-745-7839 in less than 24 hours. We will be on a call with you. We like to schedule it so that we can dedicate the time for you. Answer all your questions. Get it right. Save yourself time, funds, and frustration. And then the other thing is, you have a private Facebook group called Cane Flow, and look at the description below, and all you have to do is request entry that will let you right in, and we'll see you on the inside. So ACSD students worldwide, I often get quoted with this. If I were to say blank gets you in and out of trouble, I can hear everybody already saying footwork gets you in and out of trouble. But what does that actually mean? I'm going to give you a visual representation of that, and we're going to do it real simple, with something real simple. And we're going to tilt that camera down a little bit. Coaches, in communicating with those that we serve, we say, well, how elaborate is any ACSD skill? Well, if you can do, and I'm going to give you an example, let's choose something very simple. Just this moving that is rocking back and forth. See this here, and now you're stepping and you're coming right off line, and you're stepping forward and back. Now, beyond the foundational training, if you're in the advanced, I can hear advanced caners right now referring to this as a bit of a step and drag, because it does have that component. Masters are looking at it, and they're thinking about their strike flow module and something called G8s and how to handle it. Now, it doesn't matter to me. You saw what the movement is, right? It's just here and moving, and you can tilt back up, and we're moving here, and it doesn't matter to me really what's happening here with the cane. The handling is a whole nother topic, whether you have 2 hands in here or whether you are doing this, coming with your serves and all these other things. It's this that I want you to focus on. And it is a microcosm. This footwork is a microcosmic view of something much larger, which is getting in and out of the situation. In other words, you're having to move into where the fire is, the mouth of the lion, so to speak, where the trouble is, and then how you get out of that is just as important. And those of you that are in the advanced curriculum, you know that concept to be expanded upon in something called entering the circle, which is a study and contrast of distance, timing, moving in and out, so on and so forth. Let me give you a visual of that and why that is so crucial. And then I'll give you, stick with me if you want to see the empty hand. Stick with me, because I'm going to show you how that translates, because if you don't have that, if you don't know how to translate, you don't have it. She represents a problem, and we can go an attack, an assault. This can be put in the context of life, of daily living. How do you handle this thing, right? So some of us go, and tackle it head on. That's certainly one way, and if you're bigger, stronger, younger, faster, you may win that. If you're going this way. I can also say, well, I'm going to sidestep this thing. Now, I'll think about it. I don't want to take the full brunt, so I'm going to do this. She extends and comes in, but yeah, she can still, she has the ability, she has reflexes. She might be conditioned, who knows if she's trying, I don't know, but she can follow here, right? She can follow. God forbid, one way to do it is to ignore this thing and turn my back on it, and then you can see the obvious problem with that. That would be another way. It's unacceptable. But what we're looking to do when this problem comes in is to get in such a way. Now, did you see that initial step and drag? That's why I'm saying it's a microcosm of something much bigger, which is to do this. You need to be in a safe place where you can protect yourself and your loved ones, but at the same time, do something where you can control that, right? So when I have this tool in here, it doesn't matter whether you're one hand, you know, your power shot, here comes a strike, let's do that again, and you're coming in, boom, because you're moving in on it. That's fine. She can do that same strike, I'm moving back on that. Look at the movement, right? It's here, and now I'm having to step away, so it's showing you how to do that. If I were to draw here and she stops that, and if I just try to do it from here, it doesn't work quite. I have to overpower, but I'm going to do the exact same thing. Watch the shift and the non-resistance. Here's the resistance. I'm resisting. Go ahead, go. But now I shift, and there's the movement, and boy, that turns everything around, doesn't it? It has this from just coming out here. This whole thing of grabbing, right, while you have the tool, you say, well, the ladies, a bigger, stronger individual goes ahead and can control here and can escort, grab over there, grab both arms, go and do, right? Gentlemen, you say, well, we're not going to get attacked like that. Well, there's actually a couple of ways that you will. One of the ways is to hold you down, maybe one, maybe two individuals, because they're targeting your family, or to prevent you from getting to something, or prevent you from drawing a weapon, or maybe it's the same side here. So I'm going to show you how it's not just what you're doing with this, but to really get this down, you have to have this concept. And it's a real simple move. Oh, did you hear that? And it's so subtle what I do from here to here, but it doesn't work the same if I just go from here and do this. And I know that sometimes you learn it without that. That's fine. That's certainly a method. But notice here that this starts working once I do this, and it throws her off, and you get to see her pearly whites. And don't complain to me about that and say, oh, you're hurting your wife and you're doing all these things because now you know better. If you don't do it like that, she's going to look at me. She's trained. You forget she's trained. You're going to look at me going, what are you doing? So you see the authenticity in that, moving from here to here. What about, let me show you with the empty hand. We refer to it as fist flow, when you put the cane down and the movement becomes the same. Again, doesn't matter to me what you're doing. In ACSD, you see a lot of this in the empty hand, that empty hand fist flow, unless, what is all this that's going on? So now you're getting caught here. Again, for whatever reason, you're being pulled. The movement now becomes exactly the same. If I just focus here, remember I had the cane and I did something like this. If I have that cane, she goes ahead and throws it. I'm in the line of fire. And it's not enough that I'm out of the line of fire. That's not just it. Is this moving, don't miss this, stay holding on. Don't miss this aspect, this component. It's not just stepping off the line as one of them, but it's moving your center intelligently in such a way that locks everything up in here and moves her off to the side. This is completely pinned now to my center, and now it, okay? Yeah. And now I hear, and now it gives you possibilities. Possibilities, right? And so what you're doing is you're incapacitating the attack. You're breaking down that attack so that you can get in a safe place. And you have the hierarchy. You have to make some decisions. Okay, I got that now. Am I going to crush her? Am I going to get? Well, ACSD, if you didn't have that skill, first of all, not only are you going to get clobbered, but you don't have the possibility of not destroying that person. Right now, you have other possibilities in there that don't have to be so brutal if you don't need them to be. And that is cane flow again. The handling, the handling, everything that we're doing in here. If you don't know how that works and you don't have the tie-in to this, you don't have it in full. But there, you learn it step by step. How does it all begin? It doesn't begin like this. You got to have a foundation for it. That foundation starts right off with that Cane at Home 6-week challenge, and the next one starts June 5th in just a couple of weeks. If you're serious about getting cane trained, inquire about it. Let us go over it in detail and answer all your questions so you understand how caners worldwide are going way beyond watching video on YouTube where we don't get to see you. We can't give you any correctives that way. and how they're really getting it done. That's how the majority, at least in modern times, of ACSD caners have gotten a cane trained correctly, properly, worldwide. Okay, and the way you do that again is text the letter CCC to 305-745-7839. And again, in less than 24 hours, we will be on the phone. Update for Sobrevivencia. Some of you still acting. We still have those 2 openings. You let me know if that's something that interests you. But before you do anything, if you've never been down here for an immersion before, we want to have, you can't just, we don't put out the link for you to register and all those things. You got to have the conversation first. Let's find out if it's a good fit for you and if you're a good fit for it here. Okay, get all the information you need to make an informed decision. I'm Joe Robaina for American Cane Self-Defense and new season of Cane Flow. Thanks for watching. Keep caning. Stay safe.